Drinking poison while waiting for your enemy to die. Think about it.
How'd you do the thing? The way that you do it, and she ain't even show nothing. She be walking around so confident, so heaven sent. I think she.
Thank you for the support. Please do not forget to subscribe. You already know the topic, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So, what is really holding you back? What is the thing that is not making you be successful, or that successful person that you want to be? Why are you not in the space that you want to be in? That can be financially, mentally, physically. That can be with your loved ones, with your, with family, with a significant other. Why are you not where you want to be, or where you think you should be? Are you blaming others? Well, she just do this. If she'd be more loving or more affectionate, we wouldn't have broke up if he'd be more. Don't get me wrong. I do it too. It's just in our nature to blame somebody. We don't want to be the bad guy, but we need to stop. It's no sense. Check this out. How are we supposed to fly high, but we have all this weight from the baggages that we are carrying? Maybe it's not other people and their bad energy that's putting us behind, if that makes sense. What if it's us? What if it's us and our bad energy? Many of times we have done this to ourselves, and we've been so upset and angry of something that we can change. I just knew I couldn't pick myself back up and move on and be successful after knowing someone hurt me mentally and emotionally. In my head, I was thinking like, I'm the one who sacrificed. If I did not sacrifice, like, I could have been living my best life. I could have been traveling. I could have went to schools like states away. I could have been living in my own house by now. But I'm the one who sacrificed. We cannot continuously think like that. Because if we have all this baggage, how are we going to fly high? All of it. It's just weighing us down. How are we going to fly high if we have all this baggage? Did you know that music was a tool to control your emotions? I didn't research it, but it sounds good, When you're going through a breakup, what do? You turn to music, usually R&B or country, but something that really relates to you in that relationship or the breakup or whatever happened. You turn to music. Oh, here we go. I say that because of this. Before I started my self-reconstruction, I was lost. I was so lost. I was really torn. I was listening to gospel.
Why I was listening to gospel?
Because I wanted to get reconnected within myself. I wanted to get closer to God. So I was listening to Kirk Franklin, Losing My Religion, that album. He said on along the lines, it's not really there, but this is what he said in that song. The rearview mirror is small because you're supposed to only look at it at a short period of time. It's just a glance, because where you're going is so much greater. You only supposed to glance at that rearview mirror. You only supposed to look back in the past for a little moment. And then boom, like it just hit me like, how am I supposed to move forward? And I'm keep looking in the past. I'm supposed to get my blessings, and I'm still angry and wanting him to feel the pain that I felt, that he caused. How am I supposed to be successful? How am I supposed to care for myself? And I am staring at the rear view mirror. I really had to let it go in order for me to prosper, be my true self, be successful on my terms. I really had to let it go. So, it's only a few things that we can be doing at this time, how the world is going, So right now I'm choosing to catch up on my shows. One of my shows is Greenleaf. Now, one of the main characters, She is married and she have a child, a baby, a newborn baby. In the beginning of the season, we found that her husband is homosexual. Kevin knew that he was hurting inside because he didn't know who he was. It was just too much for him. So he fled. So he got his stuff together and he came back. Wanted to take care of his child and become a responsible adult. So he apologized. He not only apologized to his ex-wife, but his in-laws also. He did what he had to do to make it right in his heart. He was done with it. He forgave himself. Once he apologized and left it on the table, he found love, he found happiness, really doing great things for himself. But on the other hand, Charity is unforgiving. She's still hurt. Now, as she's hurting, you see Charity taking prescribed drugs. She's like neglecting her child. One episode, she kidnapped him from the daddy. It's not funny, but she's not singing anymore. She's really bad. She's in really bad shape right now. So let's hit on relationships, like friends, family, co-workers, mutual friends. Let's say that you and your family member had a, disagreement, had a family function, and now you have to avoid that person. You have to leave the room when the person comes there and everything. And then, family members, what's happening? And then that fire gets even hotter. Man, it takes so much energy. And eventually you become lonely. Like, and so-and-so is over there talking to her. That means she believes that she is right and I'm wrong and they're on her side. Like, really? That might not be the case. It's just people are attracted to positive energy that they're putting in the universe. That person, left it alone. She dealt with it. She's happy. She is at peace with herself. So maybe they are around that person because it's positive, and they're not around you because that energy that you're giving off are over there on the sofa, upset, angry, lonely. Why? They can feel it. They don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around that. Why? You are drinking the poison and waiting for your enemy to die. So, I was listening to Steve Harvey, and he quoted T.D. Jakes. T.D. Jakes says, you are drinking poison while waiting for your enemy to die. Think about it. You are drinking poison while you are waiting for your enemy to die. Wow, really? Now, what is poison? Now, the poison can be hate, unforgiveness, resentment. You choose. But you are drinking poison while you're waiting for your enemy to die. Whatever or whoever it may be, you might find your own peace. You might help others. You might find yourself lighter. You might find yourself more happier. Maybe you be more acceptive. You will have that extra positive energy and you might have a good time at that function. Maybe you cannot find that partner because you're staring too long at that rearview mirror. Maybe you will find love. So I'm here to say, maybe you're not where you want to be because you are blaming others. You're not finding peace with whatever situation. How can we fly high and we have a lot of baggages to weigh us down? Bye, it's Queenie.
How'd you do the thing?